you laughing? This is why everybody say I'm mean to you.
Are you tired of that reputation?
I'm tired of that reputation because it's merited.
What's the reputation we talking about?
I'm mean to you, but you be doing stuff like this. Y'all see how he got food in the doggone camera, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna do what Shawnee's did. Take a bite of it, and then it's gonna go off screen. Okay?
Okay, hurry up and take your bite, sir.
She
You're
cannot
taking a little
stand
bit too
this.
long. Who would want to see you chewing on camera? I don't even like to see you chew sometimes. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Hurry up and put the plate away, please. And then you finna be talking with your mouth full. Hurry up and talk. What's the topic for today? Because he just annoying me. Just, we didn't even say the intro. You annoying. Put that doggone heart away. Y'all see what I got to deal with? Babe, can you finish chewing and say something? These people gonna click off the video because we over here just not saying nothing.
They know what this means. You don't.
I don't care if they know what this means. I don't want to
Okay,
see.
okay. Time out, time out. I'm not really gonna tell you now because you acting like you don't know what this means. Okay. What does this mean?
Heart, love, whatever it is. I'm just about to go on to somebody else's podcast. So I'm about to leave
Oh,
this one. Just
love is blind.
okay. Can we get into it? Can we get into it?
Oh Lord,
You could
have
have just said
mercy.
love is blind. People, whole bunch of people done probably clicked out of our video.
This is
Probably.
grace. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. For those of y'all that didn't click out of the video, thank you from the bottom of me and Whitney's heart. Not really the bottom of hers. We're still trying to get there, but at least the bottom of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? You got something to say?
Anyways,
Got something to say?
love is
You
blind.
got something to say?
I did say something. I
No,
said
you said
love is
mm-hmm.
blind. I said I got some.
Mm-hmm.
I
To me? You
said
got something to say to me?
I said yes. Love is
You
blind.
got
So
something
let's
to say
continue.
to me?
You are always the one that be like, "Why are we doing unnecessary information, unnecessary stuff?" And you over
Okay.
here doing unnecessary stuff.
Anyways, I'm just gonna take a sip of my cranberry juice.
Anyways,
You
this
want
dude
something?
get on my nerves. So no, I don't want
Okay.
any right now.
What about later on?
I'm not sure. We can discuss that after the video. You wasting time. We
Okay,
got like
okay, okay.
13 minutes
Okay,
left.
13 more. For real?
Yes.
Oh, dang. Okay. So, Love is Blind Season 2. Season 5.
Love is Blind season 5. We finally watched the last episode, you guys. Um
Surprises, shocks, disappointments.
Shocks was there was one couple that actually got married. That was my shock. I thought nobody was ending up married this season. I thought everybody was gonna come to the reunion single.
Uh,
I am shocked. I am
so,
severely shocked.
so genuinely, why do you think they decided to get married? And why do you think that couple made it to the finish line?
Okay, so the couple I'm talking about, well, no, I'm talking, when I say I don't think, or like, I honestly didn't think any of the couples were gonna get together, it's just because the major issues I was seeing.
Were?
Um, so with Izzy and Stacy, the fact that Izzy hiding stuff, um I get you're uncomfortable with the girl, but that's things kind of get fast forwarded a bit when you're having a relationship with someone and you're going to get married in a couple of weeks. I'm not sure exactly how much weeks from the time they are in the pods with each other to the time they get married. I'm not sure how much weeks it is, but things get fast forwarded. And I'm not sure. I don't remember who said it, but they were in the show and they were just like, these are things you should talk about, finances and stuff. Like finances is probably one of the biggest things that breaks up marriages. And me, when I got married, I just didn't want to talk about it because I felt like I've seen other marriages, you know, on the rocks because of finances. So I didn't want to go down the same road. So my solution at that point was, you know what, I'm just not gonna talk about it. Don't ask me about it. I don't want to look at my bank account. I know I'm making money. I'm just gonna buy stuff and then try to calculate it in my head. That's the way I'm thinking. But like, I just felt like Izzy and Stacey didn't go over the information that thought they were that it was important, and then when they went to go talk about it, it was kind of too late. And then I felt like Stacey kind of didn't trust Izzy, but then
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I felt like Stacey was kind of looking for a lifestyle that she felt like Izzy couldn't provide. But that's just my
Let
opinion.
me.
What did you think about Izzy and
Well, I
Stacey?
think it comes down to three things, babe. And let me just ask you this question before I go talk about my thing. There's three things that women need. We talk about this. I don't say kind of often, but we
Don't
both.
ask me about unless it's
Oh
written
no no
down.
no no no. But but remember we talked about this before, right? The three things that women need and three things that guys need.
Yeah,
Mike's taught a famous book, Relationship Goals.
yeah.
It's on the head like crazy, but I mean, it all boils down to you can say one thing, kind of. He says three, but ultimately, I feel like women need. But there's one thing that women need, and another thing that guys need, like, and they're both are a big need. Um, for women, because I'm just gonna talk about Stacey, is the biggest thing that women need is security.
Mhm.
Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Could a woman be into a relationship? Now, I'm not saying financial security, by the way. I think there's stability. Could a woman be in a relationship that she's not able to predict what tomorrow would look like, or if there is going to be security for her to relax and understand what
I
tomorrow
think
is
a
going to
lot
be?
of women question it whether they're gonna be stable. Like you usually daydream, and that comes into play. Like, what is my life gonna look like with you in a couple of years? But I feel like me when I came into it with you, like I kind of threw all my expectations away because I've had examples of what not to do. Like I wasn't the type of person that I grew up with like, oh, like these were great marriages going on around me. I felt like I grew up around a lot of what not to do type of relationships. And so when I got into my marriage with you, it was not full of expectations. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just go as the Lord leads me. And like, I felt like you were the person that God led me to be with. So I need to be guided by God in this thing. And God has a mission and a vision for us. So we'll see what it is.
Did that make
Uh,
you feel secure?
no, it didn't make me feel secure because, you know, God can sometimes be unpredictable. I can't necessarily when God is telling you, and I don't know if you guys agree with this, but like God gives me stuff in pieces. Um, it's almost like a puzzle that He begins to put together with my life, and like He doesn't show me the full picture, but He's steadily revealing things to me, and as they come, the picture gets more clear or it gets more defined. So when I ended up in a relationship with you and I felt like God was communicating to me about you, I felt like, okay, like some of the picture, like, first of all, it was totally unpredictable and weird for me because we're polar opposites. I don't talk a
Mm-hmm.
lot. David talks way too much. Like we're on opposite sides of the spectrum. So I couldn't really see what might happen between the both of us. So I was really um I wasn't secure in that time of where we were going, but all I knew is that I was secure in where we were at. And I knew when you can be secure in your present, if you can keep that secure, like it becomes when you build that firm foundation and when you're on God, when you both are relying on God, please don't start singing.
My rock
Okay,
on
you
which
can stop.
okay.
You don't have.
I don't have what?
You can sing in your head. Anyways, um,
EP coming out
we're both
soon.
relying on God, and God is our firm foundation. And I feel like as we go through life, when we have that firm foundation, no matter what happens, we're able to stand firmly. So it didn't matter that I like sometimes we can have dreams of like, oh, this is what I want my life to look like, but ultimately, when we'll rely on God, it's really up to God and what's in God's will.
So you didn't really have so you didn't believe like I could protect you if something like someone was trying to fuss up to you, or you didn't think I could provide for you and all that. That's basically
David
what you're
is a
saying.
big 6'5", almost I would say 250
Well, I'm just
pound
saying, you
person.
said that you didn't feel secure with
I didn't
around
feel
me.
secure in the beginning because not because of like finances and stuff. I didn't feel secure in the beginning because I felt like a lot of people have, you know, set examples of how a marriage should go. So I felt like as we talked and got with, trusted leaders and stuff, and they gave us advice, and we went to a kind of like marital class with a couple in our church, and I felt like as I did that, I got more secure in us because it's not all about the finances and stuff. Like when your marriage is like falling apart, you can't just rely on finances. Like you need to be
Hmm.
able to look to God together, look to God together. And I feel like as I got more knowledge and wisdom from people who I actually admire their marriages, then I became more secure. Not meaning like I'm become secure and we're not going to go through our issues, but I'm able to get through those issues and still come out and be like, hey, I still want to be married to you. Because some people give up. Some people give up.
They definitely do. They definitely do. So to make my point be known, because I know we're running low on time. Um, so I, I understand what you're talking about being secure in our marriage. Is not what I'm asking. I'm talking about
Mm.
before we even got married. Did you feel like I could provide for you? Did you feel like I could
Oh,
protect you?
yes,
Okay,
I did.
got that answer. So let me say this. So like you felt like when you were around me, like you were safe
Yes.
to be yourself. You were safe to
Oh,
grow.
well,
Well, okay,
I didn't feel like I had a safe space to speak. That's one of the issues I had.
yeah, safe space to speak was something
But,
that she grown into. Yet
mm-hmm,
at the time, though, you felt safe from the world.
mm-hmm,
So that's what a man gotta do. That's what a man gotta be. So when you ask me about Love Is Blind, I'm not really surprised
mm-hmm.
that one couple did get married and one couple didn't. I can talk about what guy needs all day, and I feel like that was the biggest question mark, maybe with Milton. I don't think um, his wife really posed any question to saying yes at the altar. I think it was Milton weighing his choices. I hope that one thing they didn't show us is him being like, "Yo, I don't need to treat this like a statistics class. I'm just gonna throw away the data points." And it's like some with love.
His analogies
It,
had me so confused. I was like, oh my gosh.
with love, like it's a lot like loving Jesus when you love somebody. It's like a leap of faith. Like you truly have to be. There's no data that can create a bridge long enough or strong enough for you to get to love. Love isn't exactly like a crescendo that leads to the full thing. You know what I'm saying? Love isn't necessarily like a
Mm-hmm.
small little seedling that goes into a giant tree or sap or nothing like that. Love
Mm-hmm.
is love. Love is the tree when it's small and the tree when it's big. You can't necessarily have love, grow in love. Like you can't grow in love unless you're willing to put everything out there for love every single time. And I hope Milton got that point because you're never going to be able to have a successful relationship if you look at it through probabilities. Like critical thinking and probabilities is great for what may come against a marriage,
Mm-hmm.
problems that you need to deal with for your life. But for you to love your partner in an irrational and unconditional way goes against all forms of logic,
Yeah.
especially mathematics. With Izzy, he just didn't give Stacy that security.
Mm.
Like being honest, bro. Like I got a bad credit score. You still want to marry me? Like you know what I'm saying?
I
Like
feel like
say that on the
he
pause.
saw the type of life she lived and was like kind of just second guess telling her that.
And that's what some
Exactly.
insecure man does. And that's why that is actually why I asked Whitney, did
Oh
she
yeah.
feel secure around me? Because no girl is gonna date an insecure dude. Girls like dudes who are confident because they can provide them confidence and security in their life. I see dudes that live in bad and great neighborhoods still able to get equally, in my opinion, attractive girls and equally amazing girls, but they are just honest. Like they're honest, like, hey, this isn't like good life, but they're also able to, with that honesty comes security because words are the best way for you to secure a woman. Words are the best way to make a woman feel safe and secure. A woman that does not trust you is a woman that cannot be secure with you, cannot be secure in you. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? They cannot. If she can't trust you, she's not gonna feel safe around you, bro, because she doesn't know why you're saying something. Are you saying this just so she can say yes at the altar, or are you saying this because it's true?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something else. So, real briefly, because we didn't get all of it last time, I also want to hear what Whitney would love to say. Well, I mean, are we going to do two tonight?
Yeah. So.
All right, y'all. This is concludes tonight's episode or today's episode. Whenever time you're watching it, please watch the next episode next week. We both will be wearing the same exact thing, but that is not because we're filming both tonight and we want to deprive y'all of content. That's not the case at all. The case is actually our doppelgangers are doing this. They look exactly like us,
Anyways,
right, babe?
in two ways.
Is that a confirm or deny?
That is neither confirmed nor denied. It just means say goodnight to the people.
Buenos noches.
Good night.
All right, let's do the next one.